Okay, once again, this is Harold with ASAP Drain Guys and Plumbing. Today we're going to be showing you how to replace a wax ring on a toilet. It's a pretty simple procedure, only a few tools needed. Okay, the tools required to replace the wax ring is pretty simple. Piece of Brillo, an adjustable wrench, putty knife. Here we have the replacement wax ring seal, some silicone, and a sponge. First thing we do is shut off the water supply coming into the toilet. Alright, right there. And then I'll flush the toilet, but I'll hold the handle down so I can evacuate as much water out of the tank as possible. Just until it stops running into the bowl. Okay, that's about as much as I can get out. So next, plug in the vacuum. And then we get the rest of the water out. And then the same process, get the rest out of the tank. Okay, the next step is there's little decorative covers to cover the hardware. We'll remove those. And then loosen the hardware. Just like that. And then we'll repeat on the other side where you can't see. Okay, the next step is to disconnect the supply line. So, just like that. There'll be a little bit of residual water. That's normal. Okay, the next step is I like to start on one side and get my putty knife under there, pry that seal loose. Over here, the same thing, pry that seal loose. Okay, once I have the silicone broke free all the way around, I'm ready to remove the toilet. Okay. Now's a good time to go ahead and soap up whatever you couldn't get out with your vacuum out of this, because we'll be laying this down temporarily to clean the bottom for the wax seal to seal, the new wax ring to seal onto. So, okay. Okay. Once we got the toilet down, okay, so now we just use our putty knife, and we're just gonna get some of this old wax that's left behind. Now mind you, it doesn't have to be perfect. The wax is pretty malleable, and it sticks to just about any surface, so you just want to just any that's still loose and moves, just like that. Okay, then we use the same putty knife and we go back and scrape off the old caulking. Okay, the next step is to prep the surface in here for the new wax ring and then reset of the toilet. Start by pulling the old no seep wax ring out. And then your trusty putty knife. And that's about as much as you need to get off of there. The wax ring is going to seal all of that. So then we just take all the caulking off. Taking care not to scratch the floor. Just like that. And then we can set the new wax ring. Just like that. And if you'll notice, I have an extra thick wax ring here. I use an extra thick ring whenever the closet flange is below the floor level. Otherwise, you might not get a good seal if you use just your standard wax ring. So now we're ready to reset the toilet. Okay, once you set the toilet on the wax ring, it's very important to have it aligned up where you want it to sit. And then you gently lean forward and apply pressure with your arms and push it down until you feel it touch the floor. And then that's it. Once it's seated like that, you don't twist it, you don't turn it because you compromise the wax seal and you'll have to do this whole procedure all over again. So the next step is to put the hardware back on. So you have a little standoff for the little decorative dust cap. Then there's a washer. Then you got the nut. So we just put this side down finger tight, and then I'm going to move over to the other side and do this, repeat the same procedure, and just put it down finger tight. Okay, once you have it finger tight, you need to bring them down evenly. So I'll go 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1 full turn. I'll go to the other side and repeat it. There's a 1/2, a full turn. And you work your way back and forth so you bring it down evenly and apply even pressure. 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1 turn. Okay, and then I just like to test the toilet, rock it back and forth, side to side, make sure that it's nice and secure with no movement. And it's very critical that you just tighten these down so you feel it cinch to the floor and you have no movement. You don't want to over tighten these. You can crack this porcelain portion right here of the toilet, and then you have to buy a new toilet. So then the last step is we reattach the flexible supply line. Just like so. And usually hand tight is fine on those. They got a seal on the inside. If not, after you re-energize the water, you can always go back with your channel locks and give it another 1/4 turn if you have a little drip. So then now we're ready to, and once it's caulked, we just inform the tenants or the residents that they can put no water around it for 3 to 4 hours, but they can use the toilet, they just can't wash around the base. Okay, so usually within 2 to 3 flushes, if there's going to be water seepage, it'll be seeping out around the wax ring. So after 2 or 3 flushes, you can pretty much consider yourself good and go ahead and silicone the base of the toilet. Okay, and the final step, we've done flushed the toilet about 4 to 5 times and looked for residual water seeping out around the base of the toilet, which is an indication that the wax ring seal wasn't good. But in this case, no water, the seal's good, so we're going to go ahead and silicone it up. Usually start in the back. Alright, usually start in the back, so my start and stop marks are out of plain view. Okay. Okay. Once we got a nice bead all the way around it, take your sponge, same thing on the other side. As you can see, I had a little thin spot, but that's no big deal. You just go back and put a little in there. Hit it with the sponge again. Float it all in. Just like that. Then you inform the tenants not to put any water around the base of the toilet for 3 to 4 hours. And that's all there is. Then you just inform the tenants not to put any water around the base of the toilet for 3 to 4 hours. But however, it is okay to use. And that concludes how to replace a wax ring. Okay, and that concludes how to replace the wax ring in a toilet. This is Harold, once again, with ASAP Drain Guys and Plumbing. Feel free to check out our website or give us a call, and we'll be happy to come out and perform whatever services are necessary.